El Dorado is gonna be map number 1 between Byun in the bottom left and Rogue in the bottom right. Do we see a 3 racks opening here from Byun? I don't think so. I think it's gonna be the 3cc. What do we see from Rogue though? This guy is an enigma, honestly. Barracks expand from Bound. Rogue. Standard setup for now. Grab the gas pool stuff. Byun used to be known for his aggression, and even to a fault, where he was too aggressive, overly aggressive. Sometimes, most of the times he wouldn't make it work, which was insane, and then a lot of times it would also fail, and that's like where you were, of course it doesn't work, you know. But for Byun, his micro is just so superb that a lot of times it would work, even shouldn't, you know? For most of the other people it wouldn't work, but for him it would work. And he has kind of moved away a little bit from that overcommitment style. He's still very, very skilled in micro with his unit control, and he's extremely good at extracting value from individual or small groups of units. It's insane. But he moved away from that overcommittal area. Okay, Byun, man. Whoa, strong move. So this is a 3cc setup, and he's just gonna throw down the 3rd-cc next to this area. So he's gonna mine out these few patches, and he's gonna utilize this gold base as a normal setup base. So I'm expecting an 8 racks here from Byun, just with that extra income from the gold, to have a tiny bit more power behind it, and potentially a fast 4th base setup behind that one, because you get that extra income. You can basically speed up the process as well. You have the extra income, you need less SCVs, so you have a more powerful army. There's like 2 ways this can go, and we'll have to wait and see how Byun wants to utilize this exactly. He's gonna swap over into the Hellion Banshee. The Reaper's still sitting at the front line. I don't think Rogue has seen this yet with the Overlord. He has an Overlord very close to this area, and I think, no, he's not actually in range of seeing this, so there's no threat of him scouting this as of yet. So the Overlord is out of position, yes. So a misread here from our Zerg player. I mean, he has no read at all. Finally he's moving in with an Overlord, but this is a Marine, and he's like, yeah, alright, it's a Hellion Banshee setup, so you have a 3rd-cc, so what? I don't know where it is right now. You're good at hiding it from me. And yeah, he sees this, it's like, wait, he doesn't go for the starboard scout, that's a little bit curious, and the cloak was cancelled. He wants to keep the Overlord alive. We do see a very early swap here. So Byun is gonna utilize this gold. Is he gonna pull SCVs? Yeah, I think he's already selected a few. No, he's making just some extra barracks. He could just pull SCVs into this gold base. He's sitting at 6 Hellions. It's not a small force, but it's also not the biggest Hellion group we've ever seen. It's like a pretty standard way actually. Double engineering bay here. Nice, and behind the wall, so he's not gonna lose them to a random baneling bust or something. We do see the baneling nest here coming on from Rogue. He's going into a lair, he's going into an extra gas. He has more gases in his third base as well, and he needs to kind of start to think about it, securing a fourth base here rather soon. And there we go, he's gonna go ahead and throw it down into the very top of the map. So quite far away here. Some nice micro by Byun is potentially gonna lose a Reaper. Nope. Everything does stay alive, the Banshee is still here. And the gold base is starting to roll. Now Byun is throwing down his barracks number 4 and 5. And then we'll have to wait and see that 6, 7, 8. Now the double Banshee is scouted, but the Overlord, well, also is scouted. I think, man, Rogue is not going to be ready for this power spike. Oh, this is a good move though. The Lynx do find the gold base and Byun has to evacuate. He can't move out with the Marines yet because there's actually enough Lynx. The Hellions need to come back, so he's forcing actually some real movement here on the map from Byun, and this creates a lot of space for himself to creep. Ooh, he's gonna lose so many Lynx though, man. Stacked up Lynx against Hellions. It looks delicious. Now double Spore. Huh. Rogue's not gonna have any of it. He's just double sporing this up. Like, alright, you come at me, bro, with your Banshee. I have 2 spores in my main base. And he does get a Banshee for free, and he almost kills the other one as well. It's gonna make its way out though. It should probably stay on this third base location. Oh yeah, in this area. And there we go. Adrax is coming on here. Armory on the way. Wants to probably utilize the Hellions as Hellbats here. He does find these Lynx trying to morph into Banelings, and he finds the weird frog. The tank was ready to shoot, but the Marines said like, we got this, bro. Station pit on the way here for Rogue. 1-1 upgrades, quite far behind. Just now done here for Byun, and not even halfway through here for Rogue. Is he gonna instantly click 2-2, please, Byun? At least +2 damage. Wanna see this? There we go, +2, 2-2 actually, and +1 for tanks. And this is where the fun commences. The last barracks have been finished up. The rally starts. Can he overwhelm? Can he overwhelm? Rogue's trying to take a 5th base amongst the midst, like amongst this aggression, but this is an immediate cancel here. We do see the creep clearing commands, and the tanks are not in a great position yet. 1 tank actually here back on the high ground is in a really good position. Only 2 tanks, so the number, this marine count, the army is actually quite flimsy from Byun, but he says I'm in control. It's just too good. My army size doesn't matter as long as I know how to, you know, use it. It's gonna bring that tank a little bit forward. Maybe it's a tiny bit too forward, I'm not sure. Could end up being a great position if you can move in with the Marines for the support as well. Now Rogue is trying to go for a little bit of an interception here, but the Hellbats are still here. The Rogue is trying to go for a surround, but that's not gonna work. Units are bleeding out on both sides. Rogue is gonna GG, and Byun is just gonna take the map like that. And all because of that gold base that was identified way too late. He had an opportunity to harass that one, just make a bunch of Lynx and go. But he didn't. Now he paid for it with just dying. The next one is going to be Talisman. Talisman, yes. It's the crazy map. In the bottom left we do have Byun. In the top right we do have Rogue. Byun is gonna wall this with the Palladi post for now. But this has a ramp natural and a worker path only third with gold minerals and things, and a, I think, 12 trip gold. Should be like a 12 trip gold thing. Yeah, 12, right? 70 is 10 trips, and then you have 84, which is another 14 on top of that, so that's 12. 84. It's a good number in my opinion. It's not too fast to mine through. And it's not too... it doesn't take too long. It's not like you have to mine through 150 or something. I think it's a pretty good number. Very well thought out. Now Rogue is gonna go ahead and take that one. Byun is going for the frontal base, so he's not gonna try and utilize that gold. That might be the temp advantage this time that Rogue needs. We'll have to wait and see though. But it's 4 patches, so that's quite impactful. It's a very interesting layout. You have these blues also, excuse me, 4 patches, and then you have these 4 gold patches. He needs to start mine on these gold minerals here. It's gonna bring down the drones, all wiggling through that worker only path. And immediately starting to work on these minerals here. So needs to mine this out because the Reaper's gonna be there, and yeah, I mean he's gonna have 2 links, but we saw how quickly Byun can kill 2 links. Oh, Byun is not going into the back first. That's a big mistake in my opinion. He's going into the main base now. And there's a Reaper jump point here. You can utilize... oh, he's gonna shoot the drones from behind. Okay. And then he's gonna trade against the links off creep. Yeah, that's smart. That also means the queen from the main base, which was made first there. Well, he's gonna push him out. That's that. A command center on the way here. Barracks as well. Creating that reactor, and then we'll see the starport. Now this base could have also been set up here, mined through these minerals first and then float over. You can also just mine from the back, but it doesn't open that many minerals. It's only 4 extra minerals, right? You can mine. Kind of cool to see though. There's a lot of ideas I have for this map. It's a really good map, I think. Really like it. Really like it. The Howling Banshee, of course, here again for our Terran player. Gonna run in with a Reaper again. He's gonna see Speedlings chasing him out. He's gonna, well, have to commit now. Gonna get up. Can probably throw a grenade. Maybe he can kill 1 drone. He's trying his damnedest, and he gets a kill. Wow. You can see the carcass of both. Pretty good. Pretty decent. Double Hellion. Rallied a tiny bit too much forward there. He's gonna come in at the 3rd base, or 2nd, or whatever it is, at this gold base. Half gold, my god. Nothing really fits for the description. Byun is just kind of checking where the units are positioned. And whenever this debris field is open, it's gonna be an easy rotation here for Rogue to defend all of his bases. Rogue also taking a 4th base behind all of that, and there's no way that Byun has seen that one. It's kind of not the 4th you would take. Like, it doesn't make much sense, but actually it's kind of brilliant because it's so out of the way. And it's really hard to actually move in as the Terran and push there. You're kind of expecting the Zerg to play a little bit more centralized, but they don't need to do that. Now a couple of drones are gonna fall. Man, the Banshee getting cloak in the last second. Almost flying too close to the sun there again. Now, can this SCV be saved from the low ground? No, the Ling even does survive. It got scorched like 2 times and wasn't enough. Banshee coming in here is gonna finish the job, but unfortunate SCV did fall. I have a bunch of Lings coming in as well. SCV could have evacuated through the worker-only path, by the way. It was a little bit of a mistake here by Byun. Ja, hin und wieder mache ich auch Deutsch. Heute ist Englisch. Welcome to the stream. Double macro hatchery from Rogue. He wants to produce so many lings. First Hellions getting picked off here. Double upgrades are gonna finish up for Rogue. And he's gonna have extremely good upgrades for quite a while. Byun's upgrades are still like 75% done. They're still not there yet. So there might be a moment where 2-2 is gonna be here for Rogue and not for Byun. And that could be a crucial timing window for a push from our Zerg player. He had to kill that tumor so he can place the hatchery. And Byun is starting his push. He opened up the rocks, he's gonna throw down a few barracks in kind of a line formation there to create a little bit of a wall. One finishing up here, just for this push, but Baning Speed also done. He's stepping on creep, no combat shields yet. Rogue is trying to set up a surround. Does he have enough units? I think the answer is yes. This time this looks way more powerful here for Rogue. No transformed Hellbats, so everything is just Hellions. Byun is instantly evacuating into the Medivacs here, trying to run away. Combat shields just finishing up after this skirmish here. And in the meantime, I mean, bases are kind of popping up left and right. They're like mushrooms. Just growing by themselves into the map. It's insane. Byun is like no pressure on Rogue at all. Like this is all he has right now. And it's so light that Rogue is under no threat of losing really anything here. I mean the only thing he lost is the space. Byun is even gonna open up the position again, killing a creep tumor for him, and he has to evacuate again. He's resetting the tank count, he's resetting the Banshee, he's resetting the Marine count. Almost losing another Medivac. Can he get that Medivac? No. Both do stay alive, but 14 HP on both of them, so they're extremely low. And Byun is not catching a break. He's trying to come in again, but in the end, his army's just not growing strong enough. I mean, the army's... Oh god, he loses a Medivac there. 2 shots. Or 3 shots or whatever. Yeah, man, the writing's on the wall. I think Rogue is so heavily overwhelming. Byun right now, we go a quick look at the income advantage here. In the end, that was just way too much income advantage. There we go. That was crazy. Rogue was just pulling ahead so far there. In the money game. And yeah, that second macro hatchery in the main base, he just had so much production. He didn't care at all. Okay. Time for map number 3 here. Alright, let's hop into the game. In the bottom left we do have Byun, and in the top right we do have Rogue. And the map is ley lines, it's more of a standard map. And it looked like... I mean, both haven't really played on a standard map yet in this series, so... But it looked like whoever gets the tempo advantage is gonna win in the economy game, right? Byun had the tempo advantage with that unscouted gold base in the first game, and the second game it basically went to Rogue with that. It was scouted, But he still had it on that gold base, and then he had just so many extra bases so fast. The base to the north, I think Byun only scouted very, very late there. After his first initial push kind of failed, is when he got the information that then is already up and running, fully saturated. Double barracks. Okay, Byun mixing it up. This could just end up being that 2-on-1 3cc style. And it could just be a straight up 2 racks. It could also be a 3 racks, but I don't think so. Is he gonna go 3 racks, like 2 racks Reaper with a reactor? He does have double gas. He's not throwing down a factory. I think we're gonna see 3 Reapers to open here. Ah, there we go, man. And then he smashes my dreams. He's gonna go into that 2-1-1. There we go, Marines. Factory being thrown down. And attack lab. I was looking at the gas count, it's like, oh, 150 just when the barracks are finishing up. Are you gonna triple Reaper opening here? No way. Of course not. It's just gonna throw down that stim very fast here. Now this could be a 2-1-1, like literally the old 2-1-1 with no 3rd CC or the 3rd CC extremely late behind. But it also means that this kind of needs to do a lot of damage. It at least needs to kill a base, kill the drones as well, and win a fight and be extremely efficient. So it is a lot of ifs. If he can do that, he's gonna be in a very good spot. He could also just kill Rogue with this. We have seen crazier things from Byun in the past, and this used to be his kind of go-to build when he was at his peak level. Was basically 2 things. It was his Reaper control and it was his 2-1-1 control, and he would wreck any of the Zerg players with that every day. He kind of, I don't even know, he had so many games I saw him just with the first drop win the game. It was insane. This looked like it was overpowered, it looked like it was broken, it looked like he was just pouncing on everyone, and he had like a, I don't know, super high win rate or something against Zerg during that period. It was insane. And that's why he won the GSL, and then he won the World Championship, so yeah. It is his. It is basically his. If I think of 2-1-1, I think of Byun. Now, the Marine headcount has been counted by the Zergling. He did relay the overmind to the Brain Rogue back at the base, and Rogue should know what this is by seeing this many Marines. He dropped 1 Marine to the front because that didn't fit in. It's the 19th, or sorry, 17th Marine. I'm trying to get a Ling here, it does not work. So this has extremely late combat shields. It's gonna go into +1 earlier. Now Rogue does see this drop out. He has a bunch of queens. He's gonna lose an overload first. And we'll see how heavy Byun is gonna commit to this. It's actually going into a third Rex already, so 3-1-1 setup here. He's gonna pick up, he's gonna wait for reinforcements, it seems. Is he gonna also bring the tank? Or the 2 tanks even? Now he's scouting for a base here in the north, and Rogue just did see those Marines peek their head in. So he just evacuated the drone. And I think he has to go, yeah, for the southern base now. There we go, reinforcements coming in here. Ling, again, is gonna get the info. So Intel is on Rogue's side. He basically knows the whole rotation from the Terran army. He knows where everything is going. He knows how much there is. And he knows what he needs, or should need, against this. Now, the limited information game definitely goes here to Byun. He's out informized. Now he has no intel whatsoever. He doesn't know about the links that are about to hit his main base, and he just saw a tiny peek of those. But there's just so many, and they're coming in for a flank. Not enough Banes though. Only links. Can you win against someone like Byun? Maybe the answer is yes. He's definitely gonna push this back. The tank does stay alive for a tiny bit too long for my taste, but it's okay. In the end, this push has been stopped, and that's all that was needed here. But the follow-up is coming. And Byun is throwing down an armory. He does not have... Oh, sorry, he has a, of course, engineering bay running. Does not have that double engineering bay setup. +1 on the Marines here, against that +1 carapace from those links. He's setting up behind these minerals here, with the tank and the Marines, trying to utilize those to his advantage, but it also means he's kind of trapped in this corridor, with the Zerg now moving in from every side. But this is so Ling heavy, he can just snipe all the Banes and then he can just kill all the Links because they're super stacked up. This was not a good engage by Rogue. Big mistake. Losing so many extra units for free, literally there. And look at that tank sitting at 70 kills. Now again, trying to come in here. Can he save those Marines on the low ground? Maybe into the medevac here. He's gonna do that, indeed. Drop them out immediately again afterwards. The next army is already on the move, and this army is not really thinned out enough. Rogue is losing ground. He's losing supply. He's not trading efficiently enough. He does not have enough Banes. And the few he has when he engages are gonna always get targeted down here by the tank, by the Marines. Now he's gonna lose a base. He's gonna lose production. The Queens are a tiny bit exposed, eating a tank shot here as well. Now he does have a Bane Ling group trying to bust the wall open, and he will do so. But the Marines are still staying alive. They can potentially just clear this from the high ground here. Byun is not... Oh, actually, Rogue is gonna let him... He's gonna let him retake this wall. Okay, so that's interesting. And he might redo... No, he's actually gonna utilize those links for defense. So he just supply blocks Byun. Oh, I can't believe it. He didn't fit. The tank was too fat. Now, Byun is sitting at 1-1. He does have the armory, but he did not start his 2-2 upgrades yet. He is getting +1 tank damage, which is gonna be nice, but it's not his most crucial unit. Finally starting with +2 here, and the engage is starting. The big surround coming in. Can Byun pull off a miracle again? Tank not able to shoot at those Banes, and so far this army is pushed back. Really good cleanup here by Rogue. But another army already going into the left area as well here. Both players extremely low in workers. If Byun can find a tiny opening at any point, he might be able to overwhelm. Like, whenever the snowball is gonna start, it's gonna be unstoppable, I feel like. This is a 2-base all-in here by Byun. And he has a lot of tempo behind him still. 50 to 74 army supply here. We do see extra units coming in. Liberators. Extra specialists. Setting up another difficult to engage position here on the left side. Starting to cull a little bit of the drones here. Tiny bit of a misstep there. Byun needs to be careful. Dropping out his units. Now a few on the low ground, a few on the high ground. Everybody's healing up. The group on the right is starting to focus down those Banes. He does lose a Marines, I think. A couple Marines, maybe. He's gonna drop over. The attack in the north is commencing again as well. He's gonna start to kill some Queens here. The first one is gonna die, even though there was transfuse energy. Needs to keep those Marines safe. He's gonna lose a medevac, though, on the tail end. The right side did evacuate as well, and we do see another push out. Now, Rogue is struggling to defend this. He's trying to get up an economy, but he just simply cannot hold the ground. He's trying so hard to defend this with Ling Bane only that he's missing that production. He lost a base and he never had that extra production. He doesn't have enough transfuses stacked. This group in the right might be under threat here. It's not being micro, it's gonna get killed. The left is though where the real story has been written here. One Baneling does get a decent connection here, but it's not enough really to clear out the bulk of the Marines. And +2 is about to finish up here. Currently we're actually fighting at an upgrade deficit here for Byun, and he's still kind of making this work here. And with this second, finally we do have the firepower we needed here for our blue Terran player. And things are going south here for Rogue. He's evacuating. Oh, he's making burrow out of the wrong area. Now even identifying that he can push in a little bit and get some extra units here. Byun is engaging at two sides at the same time, so he actually loses a bunch of his marine force to the north here, to some of those Banelings, but we do already see the next push here to try and deny another base on ley lines. And this is gonna work because the tank is basically invincible at this location. He's gonna drop a few units on top, he's gonna stay his ground on the low ground there. This guy walked away, he walked up. He just took the long way. Everybody else got like premium seats and he had to use like economy class, he had to walk. Tanks sieging into the main base, that's a little bit ambitious if you ask me, but it wouldn't be Byun if there wouldn't be ambitious moves in here. He's gonna lose, oh my god, the tanks, but the Marines are gonna stay alive. 8 kills, 10 kills, 6 kills, and 7 kills on these guys here. Insane value out of those boys. Now Byun did go for +2 armor above +3 attack, interestingly enough, but these guys, they're still alive. This is the A-team, man. 14 kills, the sergeant. Oh no, Murdoch! I guess it wasn't, well, that wasn't good. Murdoch got left behind there. Didn't fit into the helicopter, even though he is the pilot. 15 kills, and he's still alive. I can't believe it, man. That's Hannibal. Oh, there we go. He's dead now. Where's Mr. T? Now, finally, the A-team is kind of getting culled here. The car has been destroyed, which was a flying car, of course, and, well. But, I mean, look at this. Rogue is basically on his last leg. This is his last life. And we do see Byun did establish another base for himself. This did get kind of attacked right now, but... And he lost a bunch of his workers there, but it's not that bad. He still has units here, he still has workers here, he just needs to saturate this again, and then he just needs to push in again. He's getting into concussive shells and going into a few marauders at this point, into widow mines. Is he trying to transition? What is this, Byun? This is not how this works. Now we don't have that tank production anymore, so we of course do have the widow mines now. That means that these anchor points from the tanks are not provided anymore. But this Rogue is almost mined out as well. This is the base of attention here. And if Byun can make this happen, oh boy, that was a little bit too ambitious. Oh, he's raining Marines. It's raining, man. Hallelujah. Oh, and he gets so many Banelings. Rogue being extremely wasteful there. We do have another drop here in the north, killing a few drones. Every drone is precious at this point. There's not enough workers here for both players. Trying to kill any Banes that he can, focusing them down. And the Marines again starting here in the left side, the triangle of terror. The Queen not focusing on what it should focus on, the medevac. He's actually attacking with a group of units here. On the other side of the map, can Rogue kind of loosen that noose that is trying to strangle him down here. Marine is gonna get culled down here as well. The Queens managed to push this back. 28 SCVs to 44 drones. This is a super low econ game, and of course we are 15 minutes into the game here. Banelings, they could kill some Widow Mines, and they do actually by just being killed by the Terran. Now, again, a small attack down here did not do too much for SCVs, but it only was like 4 units as well. Marauders seem unkillable at this point. Oh, is he gonna save it? No. He was about to save it and then he didn't. Now this army supply is inflated. We are looking at 11 medevacs. That's 22 supply that does not shoot. So detracted from the 68. That's gonna be 46 supply that can fight. So it's quite even, but it does provide the healing, right? So still need to be careful. We cannot completely miscount medevacs here. Now one big Widowmine shot could do the trick here. It's not gonna happen as of yet. There's another counterattack from Rogue also here. He's gonna again get a bunch of damage there. Oh my god, he has so many Banes and Links, but does he have enough to defend? He's gonna win this fight here on the front. He's gonna win the fight on the front, but maybe it's not enough to win the war, because he did just lose his whole mining and he's gonna lose his backup he's setting up in the west side right now. And yeah, Rogue is gonna GG. See that. Byun taking the series by storm. Insane.